Hello, my fellow crafters of YouTube land. Welcome to our 21st episode of Christyn's Crochet Corner. Hello, is this thing on? Yeah, I said 21st. We're getting on up there, guys. And it's all thanks to you, my lovely bugs of YouTube landery. So we have some pretty huge news. We have just breached the roof and exploded out of 100 subbies. We are now into the 200 categories. You guys, touched my heart. I am so thankful beyond my mind. So we have over 200 subbies, and I'm very happy about that. I guess that's like an understatement of how happy I am. I could explode. But thank you so much, you guys, to all the subbies who have been there since the beginning and all the subbies who are joining us. If you have been there in the beginning, I want to thank you so much. I give you all my gratitude for supporting this channel and supporting our channel and our vibe, our crochet vibe, and supporting me and a complete stranger once a long time ago. Now we're good friends. And to all the people who have just joined in, welcome to our crazy, fun, loving show. Yeah. It is not your typical crochet chat show. It is more based on love and giving and forgiveness and kindness, things like that, with the little crochet thrown into the mix. Now, oh, go put that back. Go put that back, because you're gonna spill. I am a mother of two, and currently I have no one to watch my son. So I have to watch my son, of course, right? But I am recording, and he is roaming about, playing in the water and playing with his toys, coming back and forth. So, wow. So if you see me talking like off in the distance or saying no, or, you know, it's because my son is here. And usually my brother watches him, but it's just me and my boy today. So I apologize if he does get in the way. But anyways, back to the show. Thank you so much to every single subby, which if you have been here in the beginning, the middle, or just now joining in, still thank you. I still owe y'all so much gratitude and love. I do want to remind you to subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell. I think there was another one. Oh, wait, the most important one, comment. If you are new, please comment, because I do love getting to know each one of my subscribers. I do comment to every single comment that pops up. Sometimes I'm not able to get all of them for some reason. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it won't notify me when a new comment comes in until like days later, and it's strange. But please comment. I do love to hear from who you are, where you're from, why you love to crochet, what you love to crochet. And we also, we just announced our giveaway. Susie nodding. She has become a very amazing friend. I will link her Facebook group in the bottom of the description box. She's a wonderful person. She's got an amazing soul, amazing spirit. We've become getting a little bit closer, and this is the basis of this crochet channel, is to make friends that we have things in common with. Now, just because you're on this channel and doesn't mean that you only crochet. So you can crochet, knit, loom knit, Cricut. You know, I always try to make that very apparent that you don't only have to knit, and you don't have to necessarily crochet. You're done? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta help myself. Okay, see, told you I'd be back. I hope I didn't take too long. I don't remember what exactly I was talking about, so we're just gonna move on. This show is gonna be about, or this episode, I'm sorry, is gonna be mainly focusing on the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, Christmas is coming. I think there's only like 15 more weeks. Now, if you are not in the States, like if you're in the other side of the world, I don't think your Christmas season is coming up. I'm pretty sure you're over with all of that. But if you are on my side of the world, Christmas is coming up and it's quickly approaching. So we got to get ready. I just wanted to share some tips and some things that I like to do before the holiday season, just to be a little bit more prepared. Now, my family and friends know that I am a professional procrastinator, and I love to do things last minute. Not this year. This year, I am getting a jump ahead on Christmas because, one, it saves you a little bit of money. When you go out and buy something for somebody, it's a little bit costly. But when you are making something for your family, it doesn't cost as much. It only costs more in time. But it also means so much more when you give something to somebody that you personally made, handcrafted for that exact person. So it's a wonderful thing to make. And especially as crafty, artsy fartsy people, we are just like blooming with ideas. Now, when you sit down and you start getting ready for Christmas, I'm not sure what you might already have like a process that you do to get ready for your Christmas. And I just want to show you my process. So I'm not going to exactly show you my list because I know I have family watching this show. So I don't want to give away what exactly I'm making and giving them. But all year long, I have been, not in the past years, I just started this year, looking out on Etsy, Ravelry, and I know a lot of y'all don't support Ravelry, and I'm not going to get into that or my opinion, because I don't think that crochet should be about politics. So already I kind of gave you an answer. Not that I don't support Ravelry, but I do support the people who are on Ravelry. Crochet is not about politics. My show has nothing to do about politics or religion, or I'm not pushing anything on you. But I do support other crocheters, and my show is kind of like a platform for other people, other crocheters, and I want to support and send love to all these other crocheters, and I hope to get that in return. And so far I have. So it's kind of like we need to empower each other. So in that way, I kind of do keep an eye out on Ravelry. Not that because I support the website, but because I support the people and I want to send my love. So on Pinterest, on any free, crochet places that they have free patterns, and I kind of look. I know my family pretty well to know what they will like. Now, my family is ginormous. I don't give every single person a gift, especially not a homemade gift. My immediate family consists of, like the family that I see almost every day of my life. It consists of 5 people, which are my mother, my brother, my husband, my daughter, and my son. So I see them almost every day because my mother lives so close. She comes and visits almost every day. I actually see her every single day. And my brother is always, we're close, so I always see him. So I know them pretty darn well, if I may add. So I'm always looking out for patterns. So every year, my immediate family gets something I make. I make them something little, not too big. So anyways, and then I have my extended family. Well, not my dad. My dad he's more of my immediate family. But like the family that I kind of don't see all the time, like family that lives far, like my brothers and my sister, they kind of live far, but they do live a distance away. Cousins, my husband's uncles and cousins, I kind of just make it a point to keep the list kind of small. So if you are thinking about, should I make this person something? This is what I do. For instance, my husband has a ton of aunts and a ton of uncles. What I usually do is the people who are in my life the most, not technically my life, but my children's life, who they make it a point to come visit my children or call my children, or my children know them right off the hand, like, oh, that's my tia or that's my tío. Like, they know who they are. Hi, son. Okay. I know. Oh, okay. So anyways, I try to make it more for people who, I try to put the people who are in either my life or my kids' life the most, who they're, really like, I don't want to say more important, but they're just kind of more in our life, or they want, I'm not trying to sound ugly, but that's just, how it goes. So I try to do it, you know, I try to get them at the top of the list. Now for the family that is we kind of don't know, they're still family. They still count as family because, you know, they're family, they're loved ones. I regulate them. So like 1 year I'll get them a gift like that I buy, and the next year I'll make them a little something. You know, just so it's a fair share. Everybody gets a handmade good. Sometimes people, they're just like, they don't want to, they don't feel like it, and that's fine. You know, no one's forcing you to craft anything for that family, you know, for your extended family, or your friend of a friend that came over one time for a barbecue. You know, you don't have to make anything for anybody, but it's just my idea, my opinion, trying to help you out. I always make a list. So what I'll do is I'll put the names down of the people that pop up in my head first. So of course it's my children, my daughter, my son, my husband, my mother, my brother, my father, my grandmother, my great grandmother, you know, and then I'll do my husband's side, and it'll be his mother, his father, and it goes down, his grandmother. Wait, Boppy, wait. So I'll make a list at the beginning of the year. As the year goes out, I start to buy patterns for these people. Now, patterns are never usually expensive. So that's why it kind of makes giving a gift a little bit cheaper than actually going out and purchasing an already made gift. So I'll purchase the pattern as the year goes on, and I'll purchase yarn slowly. So it's not a huge expense all at once. And I'll write the name of the person that I'm giving my gift to. So for instance, okay, obviously my 1-year-old niece is not going to be watching this show. For instance, I have Emiliana. Okay, she's my 1-year-old niece, and this is going to be her second Christmas here with us, thank God. And I want to make her an elephant plush toy, so like an amigurumi. And what I'll do is I'll write her name, Emmy, and then I'll write what I'm going to make her. So I'll say elephant amigurumi. And then I'll write the materials that I need. So underneath that, I'll write the color of yarn. I want to do like a bright pink. So I'll write bright pink red heart yarn, 2 skeins, safety eyes, and that's it, because that's all I need. I'm trying to think. For my daughter, I'm making her like a blanket dress. So it's like a dress, but it's a blanket. And I'll write blanket dress, 5 skeins of yarn, 2 light blue, 3 dark blue, and shell appliques that I can already start making. And I'll put myself like an estimate time. So I want have all of my Christmas gifts done by the 20th of December. So I have from back in August to December. Now, because my family is so big, and if you two, you don't have like a really, really big family, you kind of have a smaller family, or you kind of keep to a certain number of friends, you kind of don't. I understand. I understand that, and it's like you have amples of time to make whatever. You can make a house if you want to make a house out of yarn. But for those of us who have our families are on the bigger side, here's some ideas for you gift giving to families that are on the bigger side. So, for example, I have about I have about 8 or 9 people that I'm going to give big gifts to. And by big gifts, I mean like lap gowns, blankets, I guess that, okay, maybe like 2 or 3. What I tried to do was I tried to keep it more on the shorter, quicker side. Like, we're going to get this through, because I do have kind of a long list. So here's some things that I have. I have Christmas stockings. Christmas stockings are always wonderful for people who are so in love with the Christmas holiday. For instance, me, I love the Christmas holiday. and I have a few members in my family who are in love with the Christmas holiday. So I will be making them stockings, and there are plenty of free patterns out there for stockings. You can also kind of like make it a little bit more personal and write their names on them with puff paint, or you can go ahead and stitch with slip stitches and make it kind of like a cursive thing. You can embroider on your stocking, just different ideas. You can make it in any way that you can. You can even like iron on, I guess, on some. You can like sew on a patch of fabric and iron on onto your stocking. I think I'm making 2 stockings. The go-to that I love is amigurumi. Ay, son. Ay. I love to make amigurumis because they're just so fast. They're fast to make up, and they just stitch up real quick. You don't always have to make these huge amigurumis. So I recently put out a video where I had some Christmas amigurumis because I did enter that Christmas make-along. And here are some ideas that you could make for your family members, real quick amigurumis who they do appreciate and love Christmas. I have my hot chocolate with the little marshmallows. Here was, I made him a few months ago. He was super easy to make up, and he did come with cookies. So hot chocolate and cookies. You can make, I had a candy cane. Oh, you can make a few candy canes like ornaments and just give them to somebody. This one kind of takes a little bit longer. The elf people. But you can make elf people in the likeness of whoever you're giving them to. So for instance, let's say I was going to make one for my boss. I don't work, but let's pretend I have a boss. Cookie. You can make an elf in the likeness of your boss. So like if your boss is Caucasian, make her a little bit whiter, or if she's African American, make her a little darker. Like exactly if your boss has really short hair or really long hair, or if your boss, you can even put little mittens. If your boss has a favorite pair of mittens, a favorite pair of shoes, just different things like that you can personalize a gift. If your boss is a man, if your boss is a female, whichever way, you can personalize these things to make it look a little bit better. My children are Mexican descent, but I could not find like a creamier color than this skin tone. I don't know, maybe you can find. I didn't want to do like dark brown because my children aren't dark brown. They're like lighter brown. So I couldn't find a little bit darker or creamier color than this buff. But, well, maybe you can find more of a skin tone matching to whoever you make it for. But I think it would be so lovely to make like an elf for the likeness of somebody else. Let me see. I had more amigurumis, but my son totally just took off. So if you have somebody in your life that they like Christmas, but not that much, you can make amigurumis, just random amigurumis. I have a bee. These make up so fast, you guys. So fast. Like not even a day. I think I made these like in 20-30 minutes. And this one took me like 2 hours maybe. So fast, so quick. Another idea, if you do a caterpillar, you can do a butterfly amigurumi in this same exact yarn. So I could use like the same exact yarn to make a butterfly. Oh, my neck hurts, I'm sorry. And like you can say like, you've grown so much or you've bloomed so much. You can even make a flower and say, I appreciate you for helping me grow. It could be a good teacher gift, things like that. Just got to use the imagination. And I also showed you this dino that I made my daughter. You can make this for a child. This took me a little bit longer just because these little spikes took forever to sew on. And, but it was really easy to make. The body was. I loved it. I had lots of fun making it too. So you can make this. This took a little bit longer, a little bit more time, but just different little amigurumis. I think that's all my amigurumis. I also made little whales. Dude, the whales they make up so fast, like in 20 minutes, maybe 10. So just little amigurumis that make up fast. They're quick gifts. You can give them to whoever. I mean, whoever. I like to make whales and just give them to random strange people. Just sharing the whale love. I think I have a whale in my backpack. Oh yeah, here he is. So I like to just make whales and just give them away. So here's a whale. Happy whale. This took me like 5-10 minutes to make. Honestly, they're so simple to make. Just little things like that. I'm making a doily. So doilies, you can make doilies for like the older generation or the generation that does appreciate artistic, cultured, things like that. For families that have multiple people. So for instance, my husband has a lot of his aunts and uncles are married and they have lots of children. So his cousin and his aunts, it's hard to make something for a family, right? Like, because if you make a stocking for one, you got to make a stocking for all of them. If you make an amigurumi for one, you got to make it for all of them. So here's what I came up with. So last year, what I did was I made them a tin of cookies, and that was pretty much it. So this year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a tin of cookies and an ornament, handmade ornament that I made. And each year I'll continue to give, and they'll collect little ornaments from me throughout the years. And these will be homemade crocheted ornaments. I just thought that was a good idea because sometimes gets a little bit expensive. The whole purpose is to keep it a little bit on the cheaper side. And it gets a little bit expensive having to make and time consuming to having to make each individual person and each individual thing. But if you send them a tin of homemade cookies, now you don't necessarily have to make the cookies. You can go out and buy cookies and buy the tins from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree do sell Christmas themed tins. Put the cookies in there, wrap it up, put a bow on top, and tape an ornament on there and say, Merry Christmas from the blah, blah, blah family. We love you. So it's kind of like a little homemade touch. What is the ornament's going to take you like 15, 20 minutes tops if it's not that complicated. There are tons of free patterns for ornaments out there and a lot of paid for patterns too. I bought this package of like Christmas crocheted, and it's like different. I can't even remember when I bought it. It's just like different Christmas crochet like patterns. So a lot of it came with a lot of ornaments. Now on Yarnspirations and Lion Brand, they do have a lot of free patterns for ornaments. I would go more towards Yarnspirations just because they have a lot more patterns. Oh, puppy, are you okay? Let me kiss it. Okay. Oh, no, don't play with that. Because they do have cute patterns, like there's a pizza one and a taco pattern. Ooh, be careful. And a taco pattern, just different little cute, chistoso kind of gifts like that. You can also, another idea is to make a large granny square. And it could be like a mosaic kind of granny square. I think that's what they call it. And frame it. And you just make one large, like 12 by 12 or whatever, and frame this large granny square, and they can hang it up. And you could use like different intricate yarns, specialty yarns, like your knit crate yarns that you didn't use, or leftover DK yarn, just to make it a little bit more lacy. And tip of the week, when you are using thinner yarns, like this Lion Brand Mandela yarn, I like to use a larger hook. So it calls for a 5mm, and I like to use a 6mm bamboo hook because it gives more of a lacy effect, and it's not, it just looks a little bit more elegant, cuter, prettier. And so if you do that, if you use like, if you try to do like a mosaic kind of thing, I think it's called mosaic. I don't know, maybe it's called Mandela. I don't know. But if you make it like cute, you could use like a self-variegating yarn. Just make it cute and frame it and give it to somebody. Let me see. There are so many patterns out there, guys. There are so many different things that you can do. I'm just trying to make your life a little bit more simple when it comes to Christmas. I know it can get a little bit overwhelming, even if you start at the beginning of the year. I know sometimes it could be like, oh my gosh, I have like 30, 40 people to make. My coworkers, my friends, my cousins, my family, you know, it gets a lot. And this is just a little way to kind of get yourself a little bit more organized. For me, what works with me is if I write it down, it kind of like takes it from here and I put it onto paper and it gets a little bit clearer, cleaner. Here's also another idea. So I love to follow, I was going to say Gwyneth Paltrow. What the heck? I love to follow Glenda Winkleman. And she is the creator behind Creative Grandma on YouTube. If you can look her up, I will link her on the bottom. And she has a pattern to make towel toppers for tea towels. Now, I had my great aunt. She lived here for all my life and I love her so much. And she's like the only thing left that I have of my grandma. She recently moved away because my grandma did pass away. My grandma was like my mother. My grandma did pass away. It's going to be like 6 years. It was 6 years in August. So, it was really hard because I love her a lot. But another gift idea would give away towels. So you can give away these, obviously Christmas theme. Christmas themed towels with like the little crocheted part where you can hang it on your stove so that it doesn't fall. It's so annoying to me when I open my oven. I'm sorry, your oven. When you open my oven and my tea towels fall on the ground, I'm like, oh, they're dirty. So I love to sew on the little tea towels. I did give a few to my Aunt Rachel, I think maybe a year ago. I made her 2 and I sent them to her. She lives up in Austin, so I don't really get to see her like hardly that, like probably like a few times a year. But I will be making some for my great aunt and sending them off. She did move to Odessa, Texas. And so she does live far from me. But that's another idea. I can never say this name, you guys. Repeat Crafter Me does make a gingerbread tea towel topper. That's rough. Try saying that 6 times. Tea towel topper, tea towel topper. That's hard. So she does make a tea towel topper. That's a gingerbread man. How cute. So that's another good idea. Also, Sarah Zimmerman also has a snowman ornament that is very cute, works up very easy. And I am going to be making that wreath soon. Yes, I'm not putting it outside, but yes, I will be making that. We're going to be moving on to finished objects before we wrap it up. Like I said, I am trying to be more courteous and more respectful of your time. I'm trying to condense the show. That's why I'm talking really fast, because I had a lot I had to put out there about Christmas. If you do have any more questions about, hey, how do I get this? Or I like this pattern, but it's a little bit too expensive, I can help you out. Or even if you're just feeling blue and you need a pick-me-up, you can always email me at kristynscrochetcorner@yahoo.com. I'm here to help you with whatever your crochet need or even like your feelings. Y'all are my friends and I'm trying to be as helpful as I possibly can. And I do love y'all and I really do want to share, my ideas, my crochet ideas, and just spread the love a little bit more. So if you do have a question, please email me, or if you want to know about how organized specifically I am on Christmas, email me and we'll have a little chat. So I don't think I have any finished objects actually. Oh, yes, I do. Let me see. So I made this baby hat. My best friend is his girlfriend is having a baby, and I made her a little crocheted baby hat out of baby yarn, Bernat baby. Is it Bernat? That's how you pronounce that, Bernat? Or is it Bernay? No, right? I just feel like it should be a little like Brene, like it should be a little bit more elegant. I don't know. So the baby shower is coming up on the 29th of September and we are on the 9th. So in 20 days, I just had a mini heart attack because I just realized how close it is. I did make her a dress. I made her this little hat out of Bernat Baby Sport in the color lavender, because lavender is my favorite color and that's what she's gonna get. So this hat took me like 20 minutes to work up. It is super duperty cute. It was like a 14-inch newborn hat. So super cute. I love it. It's adorbs. It's super soft. I think a baby will absolutely love it. It smells nice too. It does smell really nice. And then I made her these little booties. So this is a really elegant pattern. Look at that. I even put a little bit like a lace trim on it. I will link the Etsy shops down below so that you can also purchase yourself these same patterns. Now this is a booty for 0 to 3 months. So this is a little bit bigger of a booty than a newborn booty. This could also make a good Christmas gift too for an expecting mother, or maybe you're friends with a woman who her son is expecting, or her daughter is expecting, or you know, somebody close to her is expecting. That is also a good gift, a really thoughtful gift actually. But anyways, so my crochet plans for the week. I hope by the time next week when I see y'all again, I'll have more FOs and we will have a brand new topic. I hope everybody is doing so good, and I hope y'all really did enjoy the show. If you cannot get enough of me, follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. I haven't been posting that much because I have been trying to get crunch time on these projects. So it's been a little bit like I need to pull my hair out because I feel like I'm not getting anything done. I haven't worked on Christmas in quite some time. My temperature blanket is like through the roof behind. So I'm a little bit stressed. Can't you hear it in my voice? I could burst because I'm so stressed out. But anyways, patience. Patience. But I'm about to go grocery shopping. I hate grocery shopping. Oh, I hate it. I'm about to go grocery shopping for the week because we have absolutely no food in the fridge. And I'm hungry. So I got to go and do that. So I will not be catching up on crochet or sleep. But I hope everybody is doing so well. I hope that you remember to keep a smile on your face and to keep your heads up, even if you're tired or depressed or anxious or super in that mode where I just don't care anymore and y'all all can just buzz off. I hope that y'all just plaster a smile on your face today. Keep your heads up. Remember to stay positive. I remind myself that every day too, so you're not the only one who is barely keeping it together by the threads. I love you all. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope y'all are, just remember that y'all are amazing and y'all can do this. I love y'all. God bless you.